Good morning. Good Sunday morning, May 3rd, everybody. May 4th. May 4th. Tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo. Get out there. You guys taking the day off? Get it out there. Get yourself all messed up. Celebrating Cinco de Mayo. I'm going to celebrate Cuatro de Mayo today. And get you guys fired up on a Sunday. How you doing? Put in the chat how we're doing this morning. Good morning. Let's see if we can get things opened up here. Yeah. Turn the volume up or down on this. Good morning, Alex Redmond. Josh Baker. Good to see you, buddy. Wendy is here, working the control board in the back end, putting in the links, doing the work. I tried to add some links early, but it won't show up on the chat. So 9.5 for Alex. Good to see you. Touring man. Good morning, Iron Man, he says. Good morning, buddy. It looked like you were at some crazy event. Was that a soccer game or a football game yesterday? Good to see you. Hope you're being safe out on that bike. Little shout out to my friend Jimmy Durant, still in the hospital, still fighting. Yeah, having a go at it. So, and I understand my friend Dan Perkins is doing better. So, yeah, you guys be careful when you get out there on those motorcycles in the spring of the year, as they say. There's dirt in the corners. There's people aren't used to seeing you. And I used to see it when I got out on my bicycle doing triathlon training early in this, the early part of the year. 25, 30 miles an hour on a bicycle, doesn't 25, 30 miles an hour doesn't sound fast. But when you look left and see a bike coming, and then you look right, and then you look and the bike is at your door, it can happen quickly. So I've had friends that have been hit. So be careful. Anyway, if you're out there doing stuff, look out for one another. So how are we doing today? The coffee is particularly good. Only number 2 today. Yeah, 73 on the sleep scale. Been doing pretty well with it. Sleeping pretty good, although, we got tangled up into that Ransom Canyon series. So there's only 10 episodes. So hopefully we can get that behind us later today or tonight. So, and hey, NBA basketball, put the games on earlier, man. I would watch more, but 8:30, we all winding down over here. And I think we both agreed yesterday. We went out to grab a bite to eat, and we both agreed that we're going to start adopting the blue hair special mentality, or the go earlier to avoid the crowd. So I said, I think we are now old. Eat early, drink early, whatever. Get in bed early, get up early. Everything's early. So, welcome, Matt Moore. Happy Sunday to you as well. Let the crumb snatching commence in New Hampshire. East Coast problems, Alex says. Yeah, for sure. Good morning from rainy Central New York. Yeah, rainy here too. We went out for a ride yesterday, and I looked at the weather. Being a highly skilled meteorologist, I took a look at the weather app and deduced that it wouldn't be raining until later in the day, around 2 or 3, or until midway back on the bike ride. I looked back once and Wendy was back there like a drowned rat in the pouring rain, and I'm just pushing the pedals. I know she's just blowing up back there. But we got it. We had about 6 miles to go coming back, and down came the rain. But hey, we got it in, and checked the box for soak your shirt May, which that was to soak my shirt in a different way. But the goal is to soak my shirt every day this month. So after this call, I'm going to do that. Not far from here. We're going to pick things up and put them down. And I've been liking the workout I'm doing. I'm mixing in some weights, but my rule is in between sets, I just keep moving. And if that's box step ups or box jumps or air squats or band work or whatever. So it's not like, walk around the gym with a gallon of water, in between your sets. So, do a set of buys and then put on 4 miles in the gym with a gallon of water wearing that white tank top. Nope, it's all straight work down here in the pain cave, and that's the way it'll stay. So, guys, what do you got lined up today? Anything good? Good morning, Dan Bennett. Good to see you here, Dave Zemchek. I miss you, buddy. Hope you're hitting that life rock pretty good, moving that thing around. Check out the links that we'll be putting in. I'm excited. This week, I believe we're going to get, I'll call it a soft launch of the website. I talked to Tyler last week, and he said, "Yeah, I think we got the basics of it. We can put it out and then build from that." So I'm excited about that. You guys have seen a little bit of the branding. We changed the what do you call it? Not the profile pic, but the bigger picture on the Facebook thing on the summit page. So changed that. Got the podcast moving. So rebranded with the photo and all that. So it's coming together. A little bit of consistency across that stuff. So that's good. Hey guys, if you wouldn't mind, if I've helped you at all, let me put that in here. If I've helped you at all, whether it was coaching or role playing or mentoring or whatever, if you got something out of this call on a daily basis, pop on and give me a Google review on the link I just shared there. That would be great. I would love it. Matt Moore has done it already. A lot of you guys have, and I appreciate the kind words. Matt says, I'm doing Matt Blood things today. We'll chat about that on Thursday, I'm sure. Yes, we will. That would be you working in the field on a Sunday. All right. Okay. Looking forward to our call on Thursday. Good morning, Dave Saperco. How you guys doing? I have also a link to share with you guys for a free 7-day trial on the Daily Sales Accelerator in Steve Rosenberg's group. Look at me working the controls over here. I got it all going. I don't know how I'm doing it. If you want to check it out, they will be kind of pulling down the garage door on that pretty soon. And it's going to be a great community. We're giving people a taste of it. If you haven't gotten in, basically what it is 5 days a week sales training, 1 hour, starts at 10:30 a.m. Eastern every single day. A lot of you guys have been on it and checked it out. Pass that link along if you would. So, and I also like to put on, I spoke to Bailey yesterday. She's doing well. It's that time in the business where you gain a client, lose a client, people move on, or, somebody decides they're going to do it themselves, that kind of thing. So I always like to help her by posting the link to her 21 Digital social media company, digital media company. She's focused on helping people with their social media. So if you're having trouble with that, or frankly, you suck at it and all you want to do is upload your stuff or have somebody shoot stuff for you and upload it, and she can handle it. So I'll let you guys take it from there. Check out the YouTube channel, 265 subscribers now. I didn't check this morning, but we're going to get there. We're going to get to 300. And lastly, you guys are getting tired of all the ads, I bet. Lastly, check out the free Summit Facebook community. It's called the Summit. If you need a link, we'll put it in. Share that. We're approaching 1,850 people there, closing in on $2,000. Really, that's our next. And you might say, well, why? Well, because my mission really is to help as many people as possible and spread as much positivity as we can, get personal and business development out to people at a free or affordable level, so they can get their feet wet and realize that you do have a choice on how you show up in life. And you don't always have to kind of follow your programming. And I didn't really realize that until just a few years ago. So, and that's a great segue. I didn't even mean to do it, into our talk today, which is called your current identity is limiting your future. So we're going to switch to, we did our build a blueprint. We did our stuff before that. I'm just kind of running in 10-day series here as inspiration, just kind of going where it takes me. Today, we're going to start what I call the identity shift series. Okay, so we're kind of doing a little business, a little personal. So we did business stuff the last 10 days. We're going to pop it on to personal stuff. Some of you guys might call it the warm and fuzzies, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to get up in your business on some of this stuff and ask you to really take a look within and see how you're going down the road. Okay. And hey, if you got it all figured out, God bless you. Hop in the chat and we'll learn from you. But if you don't, pay attention. I've got some things to share that might make you think. Do I know it all? Nope. Have I made a few mistakes? A lot of them cost a lot of money, so I can share them with you. And you guys are here and taking advantage of that. So Anyway, your current identity is limiting your future. Probably is. Maybe it's not. Okay. But if you don't upgrade how you see yourself, you'll sabotage every level you try to grow into. You ever heard of that self-sabotage thing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Most people are trying to achieve new results with the same identity. The same identity that created their life, right? They want to grow their business, improve their health, show up better, right? But they're still operating from that same internal wiring, that programming, right? So to change your results, you have to change your identity first. It's interesting, right? Well, you'll have to find a way to snap back to the familiar. All right. You'll always just default to the familiar, that old comfortable shoe, right? Have you ever, think of it this way? Have you ever made progress and then just sabotaged it? Whether it was, you got ahead and fell back into old patterns, or, had money and then didn't have money, or whatever, didn't know how to handle it or whatever. It's not a discipline problem. It's an identity problem. You'll always behave in a way that's consistent with who you believe you are, not what you want. Okay. So day one here on this series is about getting real with the invisible anchor that's holding most people back. And that's their current identity. More coffee, please. That is good today. Wendy went up and got some breakfast blend and a couple boxes of the Dunkin' Donuts K-Cups. Anyway, guys, you'll never outperform your self-image. Who you think you are sets the ceiling. That's it. You're not going beyond that. Does it sound woo-woo? I don't know, maybe a little bit, but if you don't see yourself operating at a higher level, how do you think you ever will? So your current identity equals your habits, your beliefs, your emotional comfort zone, right? You say you want to grow, but deep down you're still operating from, well, I'm just a small business guy. I'm not really a leader. Yeah, well, I'm terrible with money. Yeah, I'm not a morning person. Don't talk to me. These aren't facts. They're just self-aligned roles. Somebody told you this, kind of programmed you, right? Current, or you had, how was this formed? Your current identity, where did it come from? Like, we're all born the same, theoretically, right? Past experiences, old environments, maybe some not so good. How about this one? Other people's opinions, right? Or repetitive thoughts that you've just repeated for years. Like the ones I mentioned above. Well, hey, have you talked to somebody who's trying to lose weight? Well, I've always been big. Yeah, it runs in the family. Boy, my side of the family, boy, we're big eaters. Alex says, kill the old you. I did it last month. It wasn't easy, but I'm already happier and better. Long way to go, but you see the difference immediately. Yeah, I've seen the difference, Alex. So good for you. Matt Moore. Terrible at planning an organization versus I could be good at it if I decided to pour into it, right? And get good at it. So, yeah. So most of it wasn't chosen consciously, guys. It was just downloaded from your environment and people you're around. Question is, are you still choosing to keep it? That's the question. Are you still choosing to believe that narrative? All right. So let's talk about some signs that your identity is holding you back. How do you see this? Well, I don't know. Jeez, I thought I was a pretty good identity. I don't know what Bob talking about this morning. You avoid new opportunities that stretch you. You don't want to get uncomfortable. You underprice or undervalue yourself. You talk yourself out of consistency. Hey, I'm going to do this every day for 128 days now, by the way. You're waiting for permission on things, validation or proof. Self-doubt, Dave Howard says. Time out. Dave Howard's here. Riding our fat bikes down the Eastern Trail yesterday. See a guy lumbering along at me, running. I'm like, as I went by, I'm like, damn, that looked like Dave Howard. And I turned around, Wendy caught up, and I said, hey, was that Dave Howard? And she goes, huh? I said, Dave Howard, the guy that's on the on the live every day. She goes, I don't know. I don't know if she knows what you look like, right? And I said, I think it was Dave Howard. She said, well, send him a message. So I didn't have your text, so I sent you a Facebook message that said, hey, did I just pass you on the Eastern Trail? And later on, when he got his phone out, he said, yeah, that was me. We didn't have helmets on. We were just riding on the dirt. We should have had helmets on, but as we stretch out the distance, we'll definitely will. So that was us. We were down by we passed you just about by Cascade Road. So yeah, that was funny. We should have got a selfie, man. It would have been great. So anyway, yeah, the signs that your identity is holding you back is that you're not getting uncomfortable, guys. You're not looking for those new opportunities. You're waiting for permission. You're looking for validation. Okay. So it's not about shame, right? It's not like, oh, I'm terrible at this. I need to admit that I suck at that. It's just about awareness. See, once you see the old identity, you can start rewriting it. It's just about awareness. So I don't know if you're at a place where you can write or you can jot something down. If not, catch it on the rewind or what have you. An autograph would have been better. Yeah, right. Put it this way, Dave. I know enough about runners and people that are training. So the last thing you do when someone's running is stop them from running. You ever see somebody says runners are never happy? You ever see a runner smiling? Nope. Not until after, right? So how about a little identity audit here? Ask yourself this or say this, right? Write this down. The version of me that keeps getting the same results is someone who believes space, always space, and never space. So an example, the version of me that keeps getting the same results is someone who believes they've always been big, always eats to excess, and never believes they could lose weight, something like that. And then change that. And then write the version of me I am becoming is someone who has a choice about their BMI, consistently eats clean, and is learning to love myself, something like that, right? Ooh, big change, right? And then I challenge you to repeat that every 10 times a day, right? Write it down. And if this hits home with you, pop a fist pump in the chat and say, I'm done with the old version of me and ready to accept the new, and not self-sabotage when good things happen. Did you ever think that maybe the good things happen because of the things that you're doing? Maybe because the work that you're laying down, the bricks that you're stacking, those wins that you're getting? Davis, this guy always smiles. I know you do. Guys, the first step to a new level is admitting the old version of you can't come with you. There's no room in the vehicle. First step to a new level is admitting that you gotta leave that old version behind. It's hard. I challenge you today. It's Sunday. If you're in the southern Maine area, it's shitty, raining. Spend a few minutes quietly just thinking about that. It's not about changing overnight. It's about letting go of the identity that's expired. Yeah. So write that stuff down, guys. Check it out. Think about how your current identity was formed. And how can you rewrite the narrative? The self-talk that's going inside constantly. I don't know how many thoughts we have. Anybody know how many thoughts we have every day? Hundreds of thousands or 90,000, something. I don't know. Check that narrative in your mind. See how you can switch it. I saw, and sometimes he's on here, one of the guys in one of our groups was posting yesterday. He said, I'm doing this, and I'm trying to do that, and I'm trying to do this, and I'm trying to do that, and I'm juggling this. I said, just switch that I'm trying to I am, and I'm going to. And switch a few words in everything that you just said, and then read it again back to yourself. All of a sudden, now you're committing to a new level. Not saying, well, hey, I want to do this by the end of the year. Well, what are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? You guys have seen Steve on here, Steve, a bunch of times. And one of the things that I like that he says is like, rather than tell me you don't have time or that you're struggling with it, why don't you just tell me it's not a priority? Oh, okay. You're pretty direct. That is pretty direct, right? Why don't you just tell me it's not a priority? So don't let your current identity limit your future, guys. You can do anything you want. We only get one trip around this track. I'm not going to be looking for any change back when I'm done. I hope that in the process, I motivate, inspire, and give somebody a loving kick in the ass to get off the couch or do their thing. Challenge them in some way. Start the business. Call the person. Mend the fence. Stop burning bridges, right? Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful. Let me know what you got on tap today. Remember, there's no such thing as bad weather, just inappropriate clothing. You can get out there and do some things. Dave Howard says, I got my first ever gym membership, personal trainer. It's been over a month, never looking back. Talk about a big total discipline. Yeah. New beginnings, changes, a lot of aches. Yeah. Yeah. Because Dave, I know how old I am, and I think you're a couple of years older than me. So as we approach big numbers, we have to do some things that keep us in the game, right? And I'll tell you what, just within the last month, and you guys have seen me ramp it up because I'm open about it. I talk about it. Within the last month, we've done more than I have in the last couple of years, and not collectively, but on a consistency basis. And I feel better. There's such a thing as a good sore, right? And I've missed that. And I know when it's coming. And Matt Moore, you bike, so I know you know this feeling when you're biking along and you're like, oh, you feel it. It was funny yesterday. I had to do it. I'm such a prick. I didn't tell Wendy. I had to stop and go to the bathroom on the side of the trail. So I get it back out. I'm trying to, and I've told her, you just go ahead, and that's when I'll get my heart rate working, my repeats, so to speak. So here I am getting squared away and hopping on the fat bike, and I look back, and here comes a guy on a road bike, a gravel bike, right? And he's about, I don't know, 20 yards back, right? And Wendy's a good 500 yards up. And so you know what's going to happen when that guy get by me, right? He's coming, right? And bike to bike is, he's way out classes me. So I'm like, I'm going to see how long I can hold this guy off, right? And I got the Garmin and it's on heart rate cycling, right? So here we go, right? I did not look back. So I don't know if he was just playing with me or just laughing at me, but I was just digging like that kid. The only thing missing for me was like a bag full of newspapers and that kid just racing down the road. I was just chin on the handlebar, just digging. God knows what the watt output was, but probably embarrassingly low. And I was just geared out on the gravel path on the fat bike, just giving it to this guy. when I got up behind Wendy, I just coasted up behind her and I just kind of looked and he went, zoom. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just being an asshole. You gotta go though, life's a race, man. Life's a race. So I have a good time with it. Yeah, Dave, we're glad you're here, man. I hope you get something out of it. I know you do. You keep coming back, and one of our biggest supporters, so I appreciate you. That's why I was bummed I missed you on the trail yesterday. I said, well, maybe we'll catch him on the way back, but we'll see you out there again. We're out there. Well, we've been 2 or 3 times now, and it's a good rip from Black Point down to Thornton Academy. And we're going to put the squash buckets on next time and get out, because you got to hit the main road to get down through Biddeford, where life itself comes to an end. Hey, did you hear they got a zoo? Saco got a zoo. They put a fence around Biddeford. That's bad. You probably enjoyed the draft, is right, because right now I'm throwing a pretty good one, Matt. But I'm going to tell you what, it took me a while to recover from that one. The heart rate, I think it dipped into the 160s, but that wasn't a good place to be for me. So yeah, it was a good time. So got to get the fire. You got to have a little fire in your belly, guys. Everything's a race. So have a good time, guys. Get out there, enjoy yourselves, move your body, do the thing. The day's going to go by whether you do it or not. So here we are already, May 4th. Tomorrow, Cinco de Mayo. Whatever. If you gotta knock off around 1 or 2 o'clock and get out there and just get shitty, well, then go ahead and do that. I suspect that you're probably not on this call if that's your game on a Monday. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you. Have a great day today. We're gonna work out, and then we're gonna work on a little bit of world domination and grab a little bit of Sunday to set up a great week. And I would challenge you to do the same. There's 104 weekend days in the year. Grab a few of them to move the needle a little bit for you in your life or your business, and you might be surprised what you get for a result. So always a pleasure. Guys, call me if you need me. Reach out. Grab the 30-minute strategy call link. It's in there. Wendy put it in. Share this. Share the groups. World domination. Talk to you guys soon. Appreciate it, Dave. Take care. Have a great day.